Question 1. What does a broken white line on the road mean? A. You must not cross the line. B. You may cross the line if safe to do so. C. It indicates a zone. D. It marks the edge of the road. Answers is B. You may cross the line if safe to do so. A broken white line indicates that you may cross it to change lanes or overtake, provided it is safe and clear to do so. Question 2. When approaching a pedestrian crossing, what must you do if there are pedestrians waiting to cross? A. Speed up to pass them. B. Sound your horn to warn them. C. Slow down and be prepared to stop. D. Proceed if there is no traffic. Answers is C. Slow down and be prepared to stop. At a pedestrian crossing, you must slow down and be prepared to stop for any pedestrians waiting to cross or already crossing, giving way to them. Question 3. What does this sign mean? A. Stop ahead. B. Give way. C. No entry. D. Yield to pedestrians. Answers is B. Give way. This sign means give way. You must give way to all traffic on the intersecting road before proceeding. Question 4. What is the general rule for giving way at an uncontrolled intersection in New Zealand? A. Give way to traffic from your left. B. Give way to traffic from your right. C. The first vehicle to arrive goes first. D. Vehicles going straight have priority. Answers is B. Give way to traffic from your right. At an uncontrolled intersection, the general rule is to give way to vehicles coming from your right. This is known as the give way to the right rule. Question 5. When are you permitted to use a mobile phone while driving in New Zealand? A. Only when stopped at traffic lights. B. Only if it is securely mounted and used hands-free. C. When making a quick call in an emergency. D. Any time as long as you are careful. Answers is B. Only if it is securely mounted and used hands-free. It is illegal to use a mobile phone while driving. You may only use a mobile phone if it is securely mounted and used hands-free. Question 6. What does this sign indicate for drivers? A. Overtake with caution. B. No overtaking. C. Overtaking lane ahead. D. Slow down ahead. Answers is B. No overtaking. This sign indicates a no overtaking zone. You must not overtake other vehicles while this sign is in effect. Question 7. What is the primary purpose of in a vehicle? A. To keep drivers alert. B. To restrain occupants in a crash. C. To prevent car sickness. D. To signal to other drivers. Answers is B. To restrain occupants in a crash. Are designed to keep occupants securely in their seats during a sudden stop or collision, reducing the risk of injury. Question 8. You are approaching a railway crossing with flashing red lights. What should you do? A. Speed up to cross quickly. B. Stop and wait for the train to pass. C. Proceed if no train is visible. D. Sound your horn and proceed. Answers is B. Stop and wait for the train to pass. Flashing red lights at a railway crossing mean a train is approaching. You must stop and wait until the lights stop flashing and it is safe to proceed. Question 9. What does this sign indicate for the road ahead? A. Uneven road. B. Road closed. C. Hump or bump. D. Steep descent. Answers is A. Uneven road. This warning sign indicates an uneven road ahead. Drivers should slow down and be prepared for bumps or rough surfaces. Question 10. When must you use your vehicle's headlights during the day? A. Only when it's raining heavily. B. When visibility is poor, e.g. fog, rain. C. Never during daylight hours. D. To signal to other drivers. Answers is B. When visibility is poor, e.g. fog, rain. You must use your headlights during the day when visibility is poor due to conditions like fog, heavy rain, or glare, to make your vehicle more visible to others. Question 11. What does this sign mean? A. One-way street. B. Do not enter. C. Give way ahead. D. Road closed. Answers is B. Do not enter. This sign means do not enter. It is usually placed at the end of a one-way street or exit ramp where traffic is moving in the opposite direction. Question 12. What should you do if you encounter a school bus stopped with flashing yellow lights? A. Overtake carefully. B. Slow down and be prepared to stop. C. Maintain your speed. D. Sound horn and pass. Answers is B. Slow down and be prepared to stop. Flashing yellow lights on a school bus indicate that it is preparing to stop or has stopped to pick off children. You must slow down and be prepared to stop. Question 13. What does a continuous yellow line painted along the edge of the road mean? A. Parking is allowed. B. No stopping or parking at any time. C. A bus stop. D. A loading zone. Answers is B. No stopping or parking at any time. A continuous yellow line along the edge of the road means that stopping or parking is prohibited at all times in that area. Question 14. What should you do when you see this sign? A. Be alert for children. B. Playground ahead. C. School crossing patrol. D. Pedestrian area. Answers is A. Be alert for children. This warning sign means children ahead, typically near schools or playgrounds. You must slow down and be extra vigilant for children. Question 15. How should you react to an approaching emergency vehicle with flashing lights and sirens? A. Continue driving normally. B. Pull over to the left and stop safely. C. Speed up to clear the way. D. Flash your headlights. Answers is B. Pull over to the left and stop safely. When an emergency vehicle with flashing lights sirens approaches, you must move to the left side of the road and stop, clearing the way for them. Question 16. What does this sign mean for the road ahead? A. Roadworks ahead. B. Wet road ahead. C. Slippery road ahead. D. Loose gravel. Answers is C. Slippery road ahead. This warning sign indicates a slippery road ahead. Drivers should reduce speed and increase following distance, especially in wet or icy conditions. Question 17. What is the safe following distance in good conditions? A. 1 car length. B. A gap. C. 3 seconds for trucks. D. Half a second gap. Answers is B. A gap. In good conditions, a following distance allows enough time to react and stop safely if the vehicle in front suddenly brakes. Question 18. What does this sign mean? A. Yield to oncoming traffic. B. Roundabout ahead. C. Dead end ahead. D. One-way traffic. Answers is B. Roundabout ahead. This sign indicates a roundabout ahead. You must give way to traffic already in the roundabout, coming from your right. Question 19. When turning left at an intersection, who must you give way to? A. No one if you have a green light. B. Oncoming traffic turning right and pedestrians. C. Vehicles behind you. D. Traffic from your left. Answers is B. Oncoming traffic turning right and pedestrians. When turning left, you must give way to any vehicles coming from the opposite direction that are turning right, and to any pedestrians crossing the road you are entering. Question 20. What does this sign warn of? A. Steep ascent. B. Steep descent. C. Winding road. D. Uneven road. Answers is A. Steep ascent. This warning sign indicates a steep ascent ahead. Drivers should be prepared to change gears or apply more power to maintain speed. Question 21. What should you do if your vehicle breaks down on a motorway? A. Try to fix it quickly on the lane. B. Move to the left shoulder and use hazard lights. C. Wait in the lane for assistance. D. Walk to the nearest exit. Answers is B. Move to the left shoulder and use hazard lights. If your vehicle breaks down on a motorway, try to move it safely to the left shoulder, turn on your hazard lights, and stay inside your vehicle if it is safe to do so. Question 22. What does this sign indicate? A. No stopping. B. No parking. C. Loading zone. D. Bus stop. Answers is A. No stopping. This prohibitory sign means no stopping. You are not permitted to stop your vehicle for any reason in the area where this sign is displayed. Question 23. When can you legally park on the side of the road? A. Always if there's space. B. Only in residential areas. C. Only on a one-way street. D. When making a delivery. Answers is C. Only on a one-way street. Parking on the side of the road is generally illegal, except on a one-way street where traffic flows in that direction. Question 24. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Side wind. B. Strong currents. C. Tunnel ahead. D. Dangerous curve. Answers is A. Side wind. This warning sign indicates side wind ahead. Drivers should be prepared for strong gusts of wind that could affect vehicle stability, especially for vehicles. Question 25. What is the correct procedure for entering a roundabout? A. Always signal right. B. Give way to traffic from your right already in the roundabout. C. Enter without signaling. D. Stop before entering, then proceed. Answers is B. Give way to traffic from your right already in the roundabout. When entering a roundabout, you must give way to all vehicles already in the roundabout coming from your right. Signal appropriately for your exit. Question 26. What does this sign mean? A. No right turn. B. Turn right ahead. C. Right lane ends. D. No U-turn. Answers is A. No right turn. This sign means no right turn. You are prohibited from turning right at the intersection or point where the sign is. Question 27. When driving at night, how often should you dip your headlights? A. Only when meeting traffic. B. When meeting or following another vehicle. C. Every 30 seconds. D. Only in urban areas. Answers is B. When meeting or following another vehicle. You must dip your headlight switch from high beam to low beam when another vehicle is approaching you, or when you are following another vehicle, to avoid dazzling other drivers. Question 28. What does this sign indicate? A. Hump or bump ahead. B. Uneven road. C. Steep ascent. D. Road closed. Answers is A. Hump or bump ahead. This warning sign indicates a hump bump ahead. Drivers should slow down to avoid damage to their vehicle and maintain control. Question 29. What is the purpose of a road cone? A. To mark parking spots. B. To warn of hazards or road works. C. To decorate the road. D. To delineate cycle lanes. Answers is B. To warn of hazards or road works. Road cones are used to warn drivers of temporary hazards, delineate work areas, or guide traffic away from dangerous spots. Question 30. What does this sign instruct you to do? A. Proceed straight. B. Turn right only. C. Turn left or right. D. Stop ahead. Answers is A. Proceed straight. This mandatory sign means proceed straight. You are required to continue straight ahead at the intersection or point where this sign is placed. Question 31. When should you use your vehicle's indicator lights? A. Only when turning left. B. When changing direction or lanes. C. To thank other drivers. D. Only at night. Answers is B. When changing direction or lanes. You must use your indicator lights whenever you intend to change direction, change lanes, merge, or pull over, to signal your intentions to other road users. Question 32. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Bridge ahead. B. Embankment or quayside. C. Tunnel ahead. D. Steep descent. Answers is B. Embankment or quayside. This warning sign indicates an embankment or quayside ahead. Drivers should be cautious as the road runs alongside a drop-off, river, or body of water. Question 33. In a busy traffic situation, when should you enter an intersection? A. As soon as the light turns green. B. Only if you can clear it without stopping. C. If you have a clear view. D. Always follow the vehicle ahead. Answers is B. Only if you can clear it without stopping. Even if the light is green, you should only enter an intersection if you are sure you can clear it without stopping, or to avoid blocking. Question 34. What does this sign prohibit? A. No left turn. B. No U-turn. C. No right turn. D. No entry. Answers is B. No U-turn. This sign means no. You are prohibited from making a U-turn at this location. Question 35. When driving in fog, what lights should you use? A. High beam headlights. B. Low beam headlights and fog lights. C. Parking lights only. D. Hazard lights. Answers is B. Low beam headlights and fog lights. In fog, use your low beam headlights, dipped headlights, and fog lights, if fitted, as high beams will reflect off the fog and reduce visibility further. Question 36. What does this sign indicate for drivers? A. End of roadworks. B. Roadworks ahead. C. Traffic congestion. D. New road surface. Answers is B. Road works ahead. This warning sign indicates road works ahead. Drivers should slow down, be alert for workers, equipment and changed road conditions, and follow any temporary instructions. Question 37. What is the purpose of a flush median? A. For parking only. B. For turning right or waiting to turn right. C. A dedicated bus lane. D. An emergency lane. Answers is B. For turning right or wading to turn right. A flush median is a painted strip in the middle of the road used by vehicles turning right, allowing them to wait out of the flow of through traffic, or to merge safely. Question 38. What does this sign mean? A. Road closed. B. One-way road. C. No entry. D. Dead end. Answers is B. One-way road. This information sign indicates a one-way road. Traffic flows in one direction only. Ensure you enter it from the correct end. Question 39. Before making a turn, what is the correct sequence of actions? A. Turn, then signal, then check mirrors. B. Signal, head check, position, speed, look. C. Signal, then turn, then check mirrors. D. Speed up, signal, turn. Answers is B. Signal, head check, position, speed, look. The correct sequence for a turn is signal, position, speed, look. Add a head check before changing position for extra safety. Question 40. What does this warning sign indicate? A. Slippery road. B. Falling rocks. C. Loose gravel. D. Steep descent. Answers is B. Falling rocks. This sign warns of falling rocks. Drivers should be alert for debris on the road and potential hazards falling from cliffs or hillsides. Question 41. When driving uphill, what gear should you typically use? A. Higher gear than usual. B. A. Lower gear than usual. C. Neutral. D. Any gear, it does not matter. Answers is B. A. Lower gear than usual. When driving uphill, using a lower gear provides more power to the wheels, helping the vehicle maintain speed and preventing strain on the engine. Question 42. What does this sign mean for drivers? A. Proceed with caution. B. Stop and give way. C. Give way at intersection. D. Yield to pedestrians. Answers is B. Stop and give way. This sign means stop and give way. You must come to a complete stop before the stop line, then give way to all other traffic before proceeding safely. Question 43. What should you do if you accidentally miss your exit on a motorway? A. Reverse on the shoulder. B. Continue to the next exit. C. Make a U-turn if safe. D. Stop and ask for directions. Answers is B. Continue to the next exit. Never reverse or stop on a motorway. If you miss your exit, continue to the next one and find an alternative route. Question 44. What does this sign indicate? A. Farm animals crossing. B. Wild animals crossing. C. Zoo ahead. D. Cattle crossing. Answers is B. Wild animals crossing. This warning sign indicates wild may cross the road. Drivers should be particularly alert during dawn and dusk hours and reduce speed. Question 45. When is it illegal to overtake another vehicle? A. On a straight road with good visibility. B. When approaching a bend or crest of a hill. C. If the vehicle ahead is going slow. D. During daylight hours. Answers is B. When approaching a bend or crest of a hill. It is illegal and unsafe to overtake when your view of oncoming traffic is obscured, such as on a blind bend, crest of a hill, or at a railway crossing. Question 46. What does this sign mean? A. No parking. B. No stopping. C. Loading zone. D. Bus lane. Answers is A, no parking. This sign means no parking. You may stop to pick up or drop off passengers or goods, but you cannot leave your vehicle unattended. Question 47. What does a single continuous white line in the center of the road mean? A, overtake if safe. B, you must not cross the line. C, it's a cycling lane. D, shared path. Answers is B, you must not cross the line. A single continuous white line indicates a zone. You must not cross it to overtake or turn unless directed by a traffic controller. Question 48. What does this sign warn of? A, narrow bridge. B, dangerous hard shoulder. C, road narrows. D, falling rocks. Answers is B, dangerous hard shoulder. This warning sign indicates a dangerous hard shoulder or soft verge. Drivers should be cautious when driving near the edge of the road, as it may be unstable. Question 49. Who is responsible for ensuring all passengers under 15 are wearing? A, the passengers themselves. B, the driver of the vehicle. C, the owner of the vehicle. D, police officer. Answers is B, the driver of the vehicle. The driver is legally responsible for ensuring that all passengers under the age of 15 years are correctly restrained with a or approved child restraint. Question 50. What does this sign require? A, proceed straight. B, turn right. C, no right turn. D, proceed straight or right. Answers is B, turn right. This mandatory sign means turn right. You must turn right at the intersection or point where this sign is displayed. Question 51. When must you give way to a vehicle exiting a driveway? A, never. B, always if they are entering the road. C, only if they signal. D, if there is no other traffic. Answers is B, always if they are entering the road. Vehicles exiting a driveway must give way to all traffic on the road. You do not need to give way to them, but you should still be prepared for unpredictable movements. Question 52. What does this sign warn of ahead? A, railway crossing. B, traffic light ahead. C, pedestrian crossing. D, roundabout. Answers is B, traffic light ahead. This warning sign indicates a traffic light ahead. Drivers should be prepared to slow down and stop if necessary. Question 53. What is the speed limit in a school zone in New Zealand when children are present? A, 80 km per hour. B, often 40 km per hour. C, 50 km per hour. D, no specific limit. Answers is B, often 40 km per hour. Speed limits in school zones are typically to 40 km per hour during school hours or when children are present, but always check local signage. Question 54. What does this sign indicate? A, end of motorway. B, motorway ahead. C, main road. D, expressway. Answers is B, motorway ahead. This information sign indicates a motorway ahead. It marks the beginning of a motorway where specific rules apply, such as higher speed limits and restrictions on certain vehicles. Question 55. When driving in strong crosswinds, what is the safest practice? A, speed up to get past quickly. B, reduce speed and grip the steering wheel firmly. C, drive closer to other vehicles. D, use high beam headlights. Answers is B, reduce speed and grip the steering wheel firmly. Strong crosswinds can push your vehicle sideways. Reduce your speed, grip the steering wheel firmly and be prepared to correct your steering. Question 56. What does this sign mean? A. Maximum speed limit. B. Minimum speed limit. C. Recommended speed. D. End of speed limit. Answers is A. Maximum speed limit. This prohibitory sign indicates a maximum speed limit 50 in this example, but the question avoids mentioning the number. You must not exceed this speed. Question 57. What should you do if your vehicle starts to aquaplane? A. Brake hard. B. Ease off the accelerator and steer straight. C. Turn the steering wheel sharply. D. Accelerate to regain traction. Answers is B. Ease off the accelerator and steer straight. If your vehicle aquaplanes, ease off the accelerator, keep the steering wheel straight and avoid braking suddenly. Let the vehicle slow down naturally until traction is regained. Question 58. What does this sign indicate ahead? A. Road widens. B. Road narrows on both sides. C. Lane ends. D. Bridge ahead. Answers is B. Road narrows on both sides. This warning sign indicates road narrows on both sides ahead. Drivers should be prepared for a reduction in road width and potentially adjust their position. Question 59. When approaching an intersection with no signs or signals, who has priority? A. Vehicles turning left. B. Vehicles coming from your right. C. Vehicles going straight. D. Vehicles that arrive first. Answers is B. Vehicles coming from your right. At an uncontrolled intersection, the general rule is to give way to vehicles coming from your right. This is a fundamental road rule. Question 60. What does this sign indicate? A. Obstacle ahead. B. Pass obstacle on the right. C. Pass obstacle on the left. D. Keep right. Answers is B. Pass obstacle on the right. This mandatory sign means pass obstacle on the right. You must drive to the right of the obstruction by the sign. Question 61. What is the primary reason for checking your blind spots before changing lanes? A. To see if a police car is there. B. To ensure no vehicle is hidden from your mirrors. C. To check your rear tire pressure. D. To adjust your mirrors. Answers is B. To ensure no vehicle is hidden from your mirrors. Blind spots are areas around your vehicle that cannot be seen in your mirrors. A head check looking over your shoulder is essential to confirm the lane is clear. Question 62. What does this sign warn drivers of? A. Winding road. B. Dangerous curve to the right. C. Road narrows on right. D. Sharp turn ahead. Answers is B. Dangerous curve to the right. This warning sign indicates a dangerous curve to the right ahead. Drivers should reduce speed and be prepared to steer through the curve. Question 63. When driving in heavy rain, what should you do? A. Use high beam headlights. B. Reduce speed and increase following distance. C. Drive in the middle of the road. D. Turn on hazard lights. Answers is B. Reduce speed and increase following distance. Heavy rain reduces visibility and tire grip. Slow down, increase your following distance and use dipped headlights. Question 64. What does this sign mean? A. Give way ahead. B. Priority road. C. End of priority road. D. One-way road. Answers is B, priority road. This priority sign indicates a priority road. You have priority over traffic entering from side roads unless otherwise signposted. Question 65. What is the legal requirement for child restraints in New Zealand? A. Only for infants. B. Children under 7 years must use an approved restraint. C. Children under 10 years. D. It is optional. Answers is B. Children under 7 years must use an approved restraint. Children aged under 7 years must be in an approved child restraint appropriate for their age and size. This is a legal requirement. Question 66. What does this sign indicate ahead? A. Series of dangerous curves first to the right. B. Single curve to the right. C. Road winding to the left. D. Road narrows. Answers is A. Series of dangerous curves first to the right. This warning sign indicates a series of dangerous curves ahead, with the first curve bending to the right. Drivers should reduce speed and be prepared for multiple bends. Question 67. What should you do if you hear or see an ambulance approaching from behind with sirens and lights? A. Speed up to maintain distance. B. Move to the left and stop safely. C. Flash your headlights. D. Continue driving slowly. Answers is B. Move to the left and stop safely. When an emergency vehicle is approaching with sirens and lights, you must pull over to the left side of the road and stop, clearing the path for them to pass safely. Question 68. What does this sign mean? A. Trucks only lane. B. No overtaking for goods vehicles. C. Goods vehicles must stop. D. End of truck restriction. Answers is B. No overtaking for goods vehicles. This prohibitory sign means no overtaking for goods vehicles. Drivers of goods vehicles are not permitted to overtake other vehicles in this zone. Question 69. Why is it important to check your tire pressure regularly? A. To improve engine performance. B. For safety, fuel efficiency and tire longevity. C. To adjust your brakes. D. Only before long journeys. Answers is B. For safety, fuel efficiency and tire longevity. Correct tire pressure is crucial for safe handling, optimal braking, improved fuel economy, and extending the life of your tires. Check them at least monthly. Question 70. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Steep descent. B. Steep ascent. C. Road narrows. D. Uneven road. Answers is A. Steep descent. This warning sign indicates a steep descent ahead. Drivers should select a lower gear to use engine braking and control their speed. Question 71. When approaching a railway crossing with no barriers or lights, what should you do? A. Speed up to cross quickly. B. Slow down, look, listen and be prepared to stop. C. Sound your horn and proceed. D. Assume it's safe to cross. Answers is B. Slow down, look, listen and be prepared to stop. At an uncontrolled railway crossing, always slow down. Look both ways for trains, listen for train sounds and be prepared to stop if a train is approaching. Question 72. What does this sign mean? A. Turn left only. B. Proceed straight or left. C. No right turn. D. No U-turn. Answers is B. Proceed straight or left. This mandatory sign means proceed straight or left. You must either go straight or turn left at the intersection or point where this sign is posted. Question 73. What is the minimum legal tread depth for car tyres in New Zealand? A. 0.5 mm, B. 1.5 mm, C. 2.0 mm, D. No minimum requirement. Answers is B. 1.5 mm. The minimum legal tread depth for car tyres in New Zealand is 1.5 mm across the entire tread surface. Worn tyres reduce grip and braking effectiveness. Question 74. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Loose gravel, B. Falling rocks, C. Slippery road, D. Uneven road. Answers is A. Loose gravel. This warning sign indicates loose gravel stone ahead. Drivers should reduce speed to avoid skidding and to prevent stones from being thrown up. Question 75. When are you permitted to cross a double solid yellow line in the centre of the road? A. When overtaking a slow vehicle. B. Only to turn into a driveway or private property. C. If there is no oncoming traffic. D. Never. Answers is B. Only to turn into a driveway or private property. You must not cross a double solid yellow line unless you are turning right into a driveway or private property, or passing an obstruction that cannot be avoided. Question 76. What does this sign prohibit? A. No loud music, B. No sounding of horn, C. Road works ahead, D. Silence zone. Answers is B. No sounding of horn. This prohibitory sign means no sounding of horn. You must not use your horn in this area, typically near hospitals or residential areas, unless absolutely necessary for safety. Question 77. What is the main danger of driving too close to the vehicle in front? A. You might get splashed. B. Insufficient time to react and stop safely. C. It uses more fuel. D. You cannot see road signs. Answers is B. Insufficient time to react and stop safely. Driving too closely tailgating significantly reduces your reaction time and stopping distance, increasing the risk of a collision if the vehicle ahead brakes suddenly. Question 78. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Tunnel ahead, B. Low-flying aircraft, C. Airport entrance, D. Hump ahead. Answers is B. Low-flying aircraft. This warning sign indicates low-flying aircraft activity, typically near airports or airfields. Drivers should be aware of potential sudden noise or distractions. Question 79. When approaching a yellow traffic light, what should you do? A. Speed up to cross. B. Stop if it's safe to do so or proceed with caution if already in intersection. C. Prepare to turn. D. It means the light is broken. Answers is B. Stop if it's safe to do so or proceed with caution if already in intersection. A yellow light means the signal is about to turn red. You should stop if it is safe to do so. If you are too close to stop safely, you should proceed with caution. Question 80. What does this sign mean? A. Minimum speed limit. B. A maximum speed limit. C. Recommended speed. D. End of speed limit. Answers is A. Minimum speed limit. This mandatory sign indicates a minimum speed limit 50 in this example, but the question avoids mentioning the number. You must not drive slower than this speed, unless conditions require it. Question 81. What is the recommended hand position on the steering wheel? A. At 12 and 6 o'clock. B. At 9 and 3 o'clock or 10 and 2 o'clock. C. With one hand at the top. D. Loosely or to relax. Answers is B, at 9 and 3 o'clock or 10 and 2 o'clock. A 9 and 3 or 10 and 2 o'clock hand position provides optimal control and comfort, reducing strain and allowing for quick steering adjustments. Question 82. What does this sign mean for cyclists? A. Cycle track. B. No cycling allowed. C. Shared path. D. Cyclists give way. Answers is A. Cycle track. This mandatory sign indicates a cycle track. This road or path is for use by cyclists, and other vehicles may be prohibited or required to give way. Question 83. What should you do before reversing your vehicle? A. Sound the horn. B. Check all around for hazards, especially children. C. Flash your headlights. D. Assume it's clear. Answers is B. Check all around for hazards, especially children. Before reversing, you must thoroughly check all around your vehicle, including behind and to the sides, for any pedestrians, especially children, or other hazards. Question 84. What does this sign indicate about road conditions? A. New road surface. B. Change of road surface. C. Slippery road. D. Uneven road. Answers is B. Change of road surface. This warning sign indicates a change of road surface ahead. Drivers should anticipate changes in grip, noise, and feel, and adjust their speed accordingly. Question 85. What is defensive driving? A. Driving aggressively to assert rights. B. Anticipating hazards and reacting safely. C. Driving only during daylight hours. D. Always driving below the speed limit. Answers is B. Anticipating hazards and reacting safely. Defensive driving involves anticipating potential hazards, being aware of your surroundings, and taking proactive steps to avoid collisions, regardless of other drivers' actions. Question 86. What does this sign mean? A. School ahead. B. Pedestrian crossing ahead. C. Children playing. D. Footpath. Answers is B. Pedestrian crossing ahead. This information sign indicates a pedestrian crossing ahead. Drivers should be prepared to slow down and stop for pedestrians. Question 87. When turning right at an intersection with no traffic lights or signs, who gives way? A. The vehicle turning right has priority. B. The vehicle turning right must give way to oncoming traffic going straight. C. The vehicle turning right must give way to traffic turning left. D. The first vehicle to arrive has priority. Answers is B. The vehicle turning right must give way to oncoming traffic going straight. When turning right at an uncontrolled intersection, you must give way to all oncoming traffic going straight through or turning left. This is a fundamental give-way rule. Question 88. What does this sign indicate? A. No entry for all vehicles. B. One-way traffic. C. Stop and give way. D. Road closed. Answers is A. No entry for all vehicles. This prohibitory sign means no entry for all vehicles, movement prohibited. No vehicle may enter the road or area beyond this sign. Question 89. What is the maximum speed limit for a car on an open road in New Zealand unless otherwise signposted? A. 80 km per hour. B. 100 km per hour. C. 120 km per hour. D. 90 km per hour. Answers is B. 100 km per hour. The maximum speed limit for cars on an open road in New Zealand is 100 km per hour. unless there are signs indicating a different limit. Question 90. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. Maximum speed limit. B. Recommended speed. C. Minimum speed limit. D. Speed camera ahead. Answers is B. Recommended speed. This information sign indicates a recommended speed 50 in this example, but the question avoids mentioning the number. It suggests a safe and comfortable speed for the conditions. Question 91. When driving downhill, what gear should you typically use? A. Neutral to save fuel. B. A lower gear to use engine braking. C. A higher gear to go faster. D. Any gear, it does not matter. Answers is B. A lower gear to use engine braking. Using a lower gear when driving downhill helps use engine braking to control your speed, reducing the need for constant foot braking and preventing brake fade. Question 92. What does this sign indicate? A. Roadworks ahead. B. Traffic congestion. C. Traffic lights ahead. D. End of road. Answers is B. Traffic congestion. This warning sign indicates traffic congestion ahead. Drivers should anticipate slow-moving or stopped traffic and be prepared to reduce speed significantly. Question 93. What does a green road marking often with a cycle symbol indicate? A. A parking zone. B. A cycle lane or shared path. C. A pedestrian crossing. D. An emergency stop area. Answers is B. A cycle lane or shared path. Green road markings, often with cycle symbols, are used to highlight dedicated cycle lanes or shared paths, indicating an area where cyclists are present or have priority. Question 94. What does this sign mean? A. Pedestrian zone. B. Residential area living zone. C. Shopping precinct. D. Quiet street ahead. Answers is B. Residential area living zone. This information sign marks the beginning of a residential area living zone. These areas typically have lower speed limits and special rules to protect pedestrians and residents. Question 95. When driving near parked cars, what hazard should you anticipate? A. Doors opening suddenly. B. All of the above. C. Pedestrians stepping out. D. Vehicles pulling out. Answers is B. All of the above. When driving near parked cars, be prepared for car doors opening, pedestrians, especially children, stepping out from between cars, and vehicles pulling out suddenly. Maintain a safe distance. Question 96. What does this sign indicate? A. Priority over oncoming traffic. B. Give way to oncoming traffic. C. Two-way traffic. D. Road narrows. Answers is A. Priority over oncoming traffic. This priority sign means priority over oncoming traffic. You have the right of way over vehicles approaching from the opposite direction, typically on a narrow section of road. Question 97. When approaching an intersection with a stop sign, what is required? A. Slow down and check for traffic. B. Come to a complete stop before the stop line. C. Proceed if no traffic is visible. D. Yield if traffic is present. Answers is B. Come to a complete stop before the stop line. At a stop sign, you must come to a complete stop before the stop line, or before entering the intersection if there is no line. Then, give way to all traffic before proceeding. Question 98. What does this sign indicate for the road ahead? A. Bridge ahead. B. Tunnel ahead. C. Underpass. D. Narrow road. Answers is B, tunnel ahead. This warning sign indicates a tunnel ahead. Drivers should turn on headlights, remove sunglasses, and be aware of potential changes in light and air quality. Question 99. What is the importance of a warrant of fitness for a vehicle? A. It's for fuel efficiency. B. The vehicle meets safety standards. C. It's an emissions test. D. It indicates vehicle ownership. Answers is B. The vehicle meets safety standards. A warrant of fitness is a regular check to ensure your vehicle meets safety standards at the time of inspection. It covers basic safety aspects like brakes, tires, lights, and structure. Question 100. What does this sign indicate? A. Place for U-turn. B. No U-turn. C. Roundabout ahead. D. One-way traffic. Answers is A. Place for U-turn. This information sign indicates a place for. It designates an area where U-turns are permitted, usually in a safe location.